bloopers. Good morning. You all right over there?
Yeah.
We got to get you back up on the screen.
All right.
I'm trying to get us all settled on our different platforms. Because right now, I got Twitch in front of me, I got YouTube in front of me, I got Instagram, and I'm trying to get X. If I can get X right the way I wanted to, I done got us a blue check. So let me see if I can make it so I can get us up on the screen so we can get us going live. I'm gonna get it all together. I got another good surprise for us coming soon. We trying to get on Roku TV. I got a gentleman that's gonna join us next week, so we trying to expand. I told you we trying to expand. We trying to be the Soul Train, this generation Soul Train. Saturday morning, turn on Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. We already worldwide with the internets. We trying to get more worldwide. We trying to do more and bigger and better and expansion and just bring all this craziness and love and happiness that we have to everybody in more and better different ways. And so I'm working on a little partnership with that. I'm trying to figure out how to do that live, or if it's gonna be on tape delay, whatever it is, we're gonna figure it out. And if we have to take this show and produce it, and break it down and add commercials and go to the Roku, we're gonna do all of that. So good morning. I say all that to say good morning. How you doing, sir?
Right, you over there giving us the Declaration of Independence.
The declaration of the future, future Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. I see you got that Chargers jersey on over there.
It was either the Chargers or the Phillies, but I said I'd go with the Chargers because I told y'all, man, y'all in trouble, man. Y'all in trouble.
Yeah, outside of the fact that not nearly a starter played on Thursday for both sides, and we got beat like a rented drum, literally from the first play to the last play. I turned the game off at halftime.
Just imagine, get used to that. Right now, you got 20 more weeks of that. Get used to that.
I turned the game off at halftime. I just I can't do this. I just.
So you still say 9-8?
I'm gonna stick with 9-8. And here's we're gonna get there. Let's get there. Let's get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna start off the show by saying rest in peace to Ryan Sandberg, second baseman of the Chicago Cubs, Hall of Famer, great career, and from all accounts, a great guy. Everybody who talked about him always had good things to say. So we want to make sure we send a shout out to his family, let him know that we appreciate all things that he's done, and pray for him and his family moving forward, and all along those lines. We do have our first topic of the week, as voted by those who support us every week on the Facebook page. You can go there now. You can join our Facebook page. You can vote. Even though the show started, we still want you to vote. The first topic is, if you could go pro, in what sport would it be? If you can go pro in any sport, what sport would you want to go pro in? What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, that's oh, you asking me?
Yes, sir.
If I could go pro, I would go pro in adult filmmaking. No, let me stop. If I could go pro, I would go pro in basketball. I would have been one of them stories, though. I'd have been one of them stories. I'd be 50 right now, no money left, nothing, because I would have just been out here. I'd have been, you already know, the shoes and jerseys, man, I'd have been, terrible. I would have been terrible with 2 capital T's. Terrible.
Morning, Greg. You got to get your answer ready for me, sir. If you can go pro in any sport, what sport would it be? That's our first topic of the week. Of course, I would have to say football. Football was my main sport that I played, even though I loved other sports immensely. My very first sport, I always say that I love was soccer. I was good at soccer, for not having any training. I wanted to be Pele. And my next sport was baseball, which I was terrible at. Anybody who ever played on the team with me that played baseball would tell you that I was not very good. Softball, on the other hand, I was okay at. I was pretty decent at softball. Let's see here. Definitely, volleyball is probably my most favorite sport out of all of my sports because I coached that the longest. And I did get Greg say golf. I did tell a friend of mine I used to work with that I was going to get good at golf and join the senior tour. He laughed so hard he almost fell out of his chair. he literally just started laughing. He said, man, you just started. You just went to the range to the range for the first time last week. You think you're gonna go out there and be Tiger Woods? And in my youth, in my 20s, I was like, yeah. Till I went out there on the course. When I first went out on the course, I was like, oh. Okay, the mat don't you can't take the mat with you, and we make the contact. The ball gonna dribble. So that I understood, but I had to say football. I was a pretty decent football player. My junior year and senior year, I got some good accolades. I made all Oakland County junior and senior year. Senior year, I was an honorable mention all state. Offense and defense, and one in the free press, one in the Detroit News. I did have some walk-on offers to play in college, but I wanted to be big time. I thought I was big time. I thought I was too big time for a walk-on offer. They need to be giving me some scholarships. Knowing what I know now, I should have walked on them schools and did what I was supposed to do. One I always talk about one scholarship. One walk-on offer I got was from Toledo, and at the time Nick Saban was there. Knowing what I know now, I should have went down to Toledo, walked on down there. Even if he was only going to be there another year, I'd have been down there with Nick Saban in Toledo. I should have just went on down there. Hey, hindsight is always 2020. I would in basketball. I was a good basketball player in terms of playing pickup, but I didn't make quite the team in high school, and I understood. It was some guys that was definitely better than me. But when you're in the middle of you, man, like, man, he can better than me. Until you look in the mirror like,
yeah, he better than me.
yeah,
he better than me.
Yeah, better than me. But that's life. When you get older, you look at it, you look things differently, and you got to give people their kudos. But at the time when you're in the middle of the whole storm, you think you all that. But in terms of my ability, I probably should have went ahead and I had preferred walk-on status at Michigan State when I got there. I decided not to do that. They had sent me the workout plan and everything. They was expecting me. When I went to check in and to do my, you got to register for your classes and everything. They were like, no, you're supposed to go to the football building. I was like, I'm not going to play. They was like, you got to go to the football building because that's where your stuff is. And I really should have just went ahead and did, at least try it out. You never know. You never know what happened. Because I always say it was a lot of guys who I was better than in high school, played in college, who got some run, and but they took the chance. I didn't. So kudos to those guys, and so I can't do nothing but say, hey, great, good job for you guys. Where I was, I guess I don't know if it was scared or just discouraged or just didn't do what I was supposed to do. But either way, I probably should have tried. So hey, you never know. I could have. So I got questions about it. I got some questions for the segment. So you said you would have been a basketball player. Would you been a Hall of Famer?
No, I just would have been a Lou Will, Jamal Crawford, something like that. Just give me my check, man, so I can go out here and do what I do, man.
All right, so get a cup of coffee, earn your pension, household name or career backup.
I would have been like, what was my man's name on that Bulls team? I would have been like, dog, I can't think of my man's name. He was on the Bulls when they went.
Brian Scalabrine.
No, not like that. No. No. Probably like a little bit better than Randy Brown, but like a Steve Kerr like that. I would have got in. I would have played my position. I wouldn't have, okay, get a ball to Mike. If you give it back, you give it back. But other than that, no. I would have did my role. Long as my check, ching every Tuesday. Man, come on, man. I got to go to the mall, man. Let me get to the mall. The muzzle, not the mall, the muzzle.
Pass the screen away.
Yeah, pass the screen away, yeah.
Go play defense and know who to get the ball to at the right time. And every now and then you go get the layup.
Even if Mike wouldn't have gave it to me on the break and I know I was open, I wouldn't even say nothing. Well, then that's Mike. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, gotta know your role. What the Rock say? Shut your mouth and know your role.
Man, Shut your pie hole.
Yeah, the track was his best sport, but he loved basketball. So, but
He said, what was his best sport?
The track was his best sport.
Man, I run circles around that guy.
Well, I can tell you, I was pretty decent at track. I threw the shot put and discus. You know,
I run the circles around Greg Brown backwards. My freshman, my sophomore year at Mumford, Coach Bryant was the track coach. Coach Bryant and Coach Lynch. So, you know, for gym, you got to go out and run the mile 4 times around the track. I did it in this significant time. My old man, he ran track for Cooley. So I guess that's where I got it from. They bring me out there. True story. I can't make this up. I'm not that good. Harry, the dude named Harry, we went to middle school together. He was like, man, Phil, that guy. So Coach Brian was like, you want to run track? And I was like, nah, man, I don't want to run track, man. I'm trying to go to Kansas, man. I once again, like you, I should have, because I could have probably got on. But I was good at like cross country, that type of thing. I was good at just, you know. And then I remember they brought a chick out there. I was like, man, that's an insult. I ended up lapping that broad.
That young lady.
Yeah, that broad. I mean, yeah, I ended up lapping. Yeah, I never forget that, man. I'm like, y'all gonna go? Okay. That's what we doing. Okay. Hey, he talking about no. Back in your day, back in my heyday, man, I'd have ran circles around Greg Brown. Hey, hold on, wait a minute, make it a competition. Nah, come on, catch me if you can, like the gingerbread man.
I can tell you, Brandon Jenkins, guy played at Southeastern High School, went to Louisville. In the off season, he ran cross country so he can be in better shape. He won the city championship his senior year in cross country. He was prepared going into the fall for basketball and had an all-state season and earned the scholarship. So I say all that to say, had you probably parlayed that cross-country season in the fall, basketball in the winter, that probably could have helped you out a little bit.
They had a guy at Mumford. I can't think of the guy's name. My man was like a killer. My man was a killer. I don't know if we had the same last name or we had the same first name. Dude was a killer. He went to Mumford. He won like 3 state titles. Couldn't nobody see this guy. Cross country. Like, he was that deal. Like they say Dion was that deal. He was that deal. I can't remember my man's name, though. This was like early 2000s, maybe like 2005, somewhere in there. This guy was that deal. I can't remember his name neither.
Yeah, but that's what they talk about, being 2 sport athletes and doing your best on both sides. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
I used to just like running cross country because I used to want to see how far I could go. And then I always had that voice in my head, like, keep going, keep going, keep going. I mean, I ain't gonna try to actually fall out and kill myself, but I always push myself to,
Right.
Man.
Yeah, running track with my thing. I ran one race in my entire career. It was the heavy man relay. And they didn't tell us it was 200 yards. We thought it was 100 yards. So we got out there.
Right.
That first 80 yards, boy, I was out there running like I thought I was running to go give me a hamburger in the end zone. By the time I hit that 110 mark, boy, I slowed down, boy. My legs was killing me. I don't know how I got that baton to the next guy. But all I know is they was laughing at me when I got back to the sideline, boy. And I couldn't even be mad. I couldn't be mad. That first, I was killing them. I was right there with them. Nah. That last 110 out of that 80 to 90 meters, I learned real fast. This is why you've never run track.
Yeah.
You go back over there and grab that shot, putting that discus. You go over there and do that. That got your name on it. But hey, those that's the fun part about shows like this. We can talk about what we used to do and where we used to go and where we trying to do and where we thought we were supposed to go. I'm still trying to get this X here working, but it's okay. I'm gonna figure that out. We are on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, Instagram, and if you guys can, I put in the link to set up to go to Twitter. I'm about to probably go back out and log back into it. Do that for next week. But we on all the good places. We want to make sure we recognize Mr. Marcus Holmes, who wrote this book, Great for This Journey Every Day. See that young man right there? He in the background. He the whiz that live in Oz, our executive producer and the brainchild behind Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. Let me tell you a little bit about him. You need to go to TikTok and look up that name, Marcus R. Holmes. He is a HR specialist. He would tell you how to answer the questions on the STAR questions, how to ask questions of your employer, how to negotiate your salary, how to negotiate your insurance, all that good stuff. In-house. We say?
Your issues. Your issues.
Insurance.
What do the R stand for?
Insurance.
No, I'm saying you said Marcus R. Holmes. What does the R stand for?
You would know better than I would. I wouldn't know. I know it's just Marcus R. Holmes.
Rebellious.
Now, if you
that's
got
what I used to say about Stephen A. Smith. Like, I remember one time somebody asked me, "What does the A stand for?" Stephen A. Smith. I say, Aloysius. They was like, "Where you get that from?" I'm like, that was Theo's nickname on that was the middle name on the Cosby Show.
Yeah,
Theodore Aloysius Huxtable.
They all have some names. Well, they definitely have some names.
Rebellious. Marcus Rebellious Holmes. Oh, okay.
Now, what y'all don't know is we have a pre-show and a post-show from time to time. And to see these two, this nephew-brother combination going back and forth, now that's a show right there. We need to just have them two.
No, man.
Go back and
If
forth.
we do that, man, we'd be off for Lithium, Lich, Twitter. They'd be like, man, get that out of here, man.
Oh no, they wouldn't. They'll call you. What's that one show they got, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, whatever that station is. He'll call y'all immediately, and y'all have top
the
billing.
OWN network, ain't that Oprah's network?
That's not on. That's not on.
Oh, that's not on. No,
That's not on. But the guy who owns that network, he would call y'all so fast and have y'all top billing. Trust me, you guys. I keep threatening. I'm gonna record it and just play it one day. Oh man, that's some funny stuff. There's some funny stuff just to see them too.
That's how it starts.
But it's all love. It's all love because they family. It's family. Like I said, nephew brother combination. Uncle nephew grew up as brother and brother. It's outrageous. It's outrageous.
Like
all
Fred
right,
and Lamont.
Say it again.
Like Fred and Lamont.
Yes.
Like it's one thing to be stupid, and it's one thing to be a dummy.
Lord. See, that's the stuff y'all don't get to see. And
I'm just saying, what kind of fool am I?
And the retorts that go back and forth between the two of them, oh man, I tell you. Don't forget to click like, click share, let them know we out here, that we got a Marcus and Felix in the background. We got Kamau and Felix on the screen. We got Greg with us on the show. And we on all the platforms, and we want you guys to know that we appreciate you supporting us, and we got some more stuff coming with the Roku channel. We're working on it to expand our horizons. We trying to do all of that, so you can come to you all over the world. Saturday morning is gonna be Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. We gonna capture the market. They don't do cartoons no more, but we gonna have our show. We gonna have our show. This was a time you can grow up and watch Schoolhouse Rock. Now you're going to have Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. All right, moving forward, we got MLB. Of course, with the MLB, we're going to talk about the Tigers, who are now 64-47, still first in American League Central. Since the last show, they are 4-2. They are on a one-game losing streak. They lost last night to the Phillies, 5-4 in Philadelphia. Over the last 10 games, they are 4-6 after having that dip. The top 6 teams right now in the MLB are the Brewers, Cubs, Dodgers, Blue Jays, Tigers, and Phillies. 4 of those teams in the National League, 2 of those teams are in the American League. So that you know that the National League is very strong right now. And we want to talk about the Tigers' moves at the deadline. They had a bunch of pitchers. Finnegan, Sewell, Montero, Hewer, Paddock, and Morton. They got rid of Manning, Dietrich, Randall, Sales. They also optioned Dominic and Hewitt to AAA. Sewell was transferred to the 60-day injury list. And they also they got Finnegan from Washington Nationals for prospects like Randall and Sales. They got Sewell from the Guardians, excuse me. Montero came from the Braves. Hewitt came from the Rangers for some money. Paddock came from the Twins. Morton came from the Orioles. And they traded away Manning, Inns, and Randall and Sales. They was busy, but not in the way that people was expecting. They were expecting some big old trade to happen. They expecting some all kind of crazies. Do you think the Tigers did enough in the trade department?
Man, it don't matter. Y'all not going. It don't matter. You could have traded Comerica Park. You could have built another Tiger Stadium. Y'all not going, man. I don't know what you want me to tell you, man. That's why we brothers, we sports brothers. I don't know what to tell you. You're not going. At this point right now, after what I seen last night, you really not going. I'd be happy. I'd be surprised y'all even get out the ALCS. Man, y'all horrible, man. Y'all was up 3-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Mm-hmm. You go up 4-3. Then they come, man, I'm good, man. That team is, man.
I didn't see the game, but I'm getting the alerts on my phone. I'm working, and I see at first it was 0-0.
I got to see with these baby brown. I was like, man, I actually turned on FanDuel Sports to watch this. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all gonna be right here talking to us, talking about, like you see what Greg said. I didn't put it on them. And the only way for them to change it around, they have to come see me. They have to come see this guy.
All right. Well, don't be surprised, you guys, if I show up in the city and kidnap Felix and make him go to the game, and we out there.
That's not gonna reverse it, man. It's like Super Friends, what they had to do with Mixoplex. Have to make him say his name backwards. Triple Skin. I have to go down there and I gotta lay down. I gotta go down there and lay down the foundation.
So we got to do like the with G.I. Joe with Tomax and Zaymont.
Yeah, jump ahead, right. Yeah. Yeah, it's over, man. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think Sky Harris, he's scared. He's scared.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I've been saying this for a minute, and this is for both teams. Both teams. When I say both teams, I mean the Red Wings and the Tigers. They are winning. What's the definition of winning? They selling out the building. They getting the concessions. They're getting parking. They actually have a winning record in their division. Tigers went to the playoffs last year. The Red Wings missed out on the playoffs, even though they still had a winning record, a positive record. That's winning. Us as sports fans, we want more. We want to go to the playoffs. We want championships. But the definition of winning is what they're doing.
Okay. Let me interject for a minute. So, all what you just said. So if Steve Yzerman, it wasn't Steve Yzerman, and Steve Yzerman was sitting where you sitting, and you were Steve Yzerman, you'd be fired already?
They're not gonna fire Steve Yzerman.
No. I'm saying if you had Steve Yzerman's job and Steve Yzerman had your job, would you be fired already?
Well, if I'm the owners of both those teams, it depends on what my expectations are.
No,
I'm serious. If it's me, Kamau Williams, if I'm the owner, we try to.
You're not the owner. You're Steve Yzerman. So what I'm saying is they keeping him because it's Steve Yzerman? Because if it was Kamau Williams, would you be fired?
If it's Kamau Williams, I'm out the door.
Okay, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but if I'm the owner and Steve Yzerman is working for me, I'm trying to win. When I say win, I'm trying to go to playoffs every year.
Okay.
So you got to make that happen.
Okay.
If the Golden State Valkyries can come in and be above 500 in their first year in the WNBA and will likely make the playoffs, and the Dallas Wings, who sure don't win today, are sitting there stuck on stupid, that's a problem. That's a problem. So you can put that in any sport. You put that in any sport. The goal for me, as a player, as a coach, as a person who's played sports, the goal is to be the best at everything that you do. However, that's why I say let's look at what they've done traditions. Look at what they've done over the past few years. The goal is to win. Winning means money. That's like my big brother right here said, tax write-off. I can't say that they don't care. I can't say that they don't care. But at the end of the day, what's the big picture? The big picture is the bottom line. That's the truth. And I hate to have to say it, put it in those terms, but that's true. Are they winning? Yeah, they're winning. But how? In what way? Is it something that we really want? Do we as fans want them to win in that manner? Nah, we want to go to the show.
Correct.
That's what we want. Are they going to do that? You know, every blind nut finds a squirrel.
Yeah. Man.
So, you never know. With the Lions, on the Lions side, they said they've made the commitment, short-term and long-term, to win it.
Who?
The Lions. That's what they've said. That's what they've
said.
Yeah, who was right? You're right.
Man, stop. Did you not see that Thursday?
Right. Was he the owl?
Did you not see that Thursday?
I turned it off at halftime. He was in the background. I was all excited. And just like last week, we both said what was going to happen. We said the Chargers was going to win. I already knew that. Why? Mindset. The mindset of the Chargers is I don't care who name on the back of that jersey. The name on the front of the jersey is the Chargers, and I'm Harbaugh. And because I'm Harbaugh, we come to kick y'all tail. I don't care who I put on the field. That's their mentality. That wasn't the Lions' mentality on Thursday.
Okay. Okay. Here is a peripheral. In 2 years, that guy that just beat you 34-7, that's gonna be your coach. Watch what I tell you.
I can't disagree with that. I'm not against that.
Watch what I tell you.
I'm not.
You heard it here first. August 2nd, 2025.
Also here first.
7 a.m.
The Chargers are going to represent
coach in 2 years.
Okay, we're gonna write that down. But also write this down. I'm picking the Chargers to go to the Super Bowl.
The Chargers do what?
I'm picking the Los Angeles Chargers to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
This year.
No, it won't be this year. It'll be 2026, February 2026.
I don't know what type of food they got down in Texas, but all my exes live in Texas. No. Man, no.
I'm serious. He has implemented his mindset into that team.
Yeah, but you still got to play. You mean to tell me if it came down, you would take them to beat the Chiefs? No. You would take them to beat Baltimore? No. You would take them to beat who else over there? You would take them to beat Buffalo? No. They can't beat damn one of them three. So the only way I can give you that if each one of them big horses knock each other off. Because Baltimore, they are a good regular season team. We have seen that. It's proven. It's documented, all that. Kansas City, they took a step back last year. They're gonna come out hungry this year. Buffalo, they just if Gage makes the catch, we don't know. Buffalo might have beat the Eagles. We don't know because they would have been driven. It would have been like, okay, we got over the hurdle. Now we just got to finish the deal. Nah, man, that's the only way I can side with you on that is if the big guns knock each other out. But other than that, nah, because 9 times out of 10, they're gonna have to go to Kansas City, or they're gonna have to go to Buffalo, or they're gonna have to go to Baltimore. Nah, they can beat Baltimore because Lamar Jackson, they just good for the regular season. You've been there too many times. First it was, oh, he don't got no weapons. You got the weapons. Oh, he got a running back. You got the running back. Oh, they need to win the division and solidify home field. You did that. They just ain't good, man. Ray not coming through that door. You know what I'm saying? The rest of them not coming through that door. So until they get the mindset, this is what he is. He's a good regular season MVP quarterback.
One more point, man. You said it. The Chiefs are taking a step back.
No, I said they took a step back last year. They're going to come back this year hungry.
It's hard when you get to the top of that mountain like that, it's hard to stay there consistently. They won what? 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4.
Went to the Super Bowl 3 out of 5. It's
Correct.
hard to stay there like that. So I would say over this year and the next couple of years, what's the name about to retire? He too busy out on the road with his pencil thin girlfriend,
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. And you only had to play the game in front of you.
Understood. But the game in front of them, as long as they got that general back there taking them snaps, man, nah. Dude, Mahomes, I'm a fan. And until they get, because what I'm saying is Kansas City, who over in the AFC West gonna challenge them? The Broncos, they just coming, right? The Raiders are like, they only got to worry about is Buffalo.
The Raiders will be greatly improved. They will be the Raiders will definitely be greatly improved. They got Pete.
You figure because you ain't got lame nuts? No.
You got Pete is going to at least.
Man, Pete trash. They are over. This ain't Seattle, man. This not Seattle.
The Raiders and the Lions gonna have a similar record, 9-8.
Who?
The Raiders and the Lions gonna have a similar record, 9-8.
Nah, I give you. I'm not even a Lions fan. I give you 10-7. I give you 10-7 with the Lions. Only reason I give you 10-7 because I can't. I don't even want to say 9-8, man. That's just straight. That's just straight disrespect. I give you 10-7. But here's a key point. And I seen this Thursday. God forbid, my man go down. That quarterback go down. Woo! Y'all done. If that quarterback go down for the year, y'all done.
You ain't got no quarterback.
No, you don't have a quarterback. But you know what they're gonna do? You know what Brad and Dan will do? They pick up the phone and call Teddy Bridgewater.
They better.
But then what shots did they give? Did they give you a better shot than Hendon Hooker and my man?
They need to call him right now. Call him right now. He's suspended. He can't coach high school. Call him right now. Call him up. Call him what? Tell him what you want. We need to come back this up. Because Hendon Hooker and that Allen kid, woo!
So if you had to choose, who would be the starter? Between Hendon Hooker and my man.
Neither. I'm around St. Brown. Come take these snaps. That's your mercy quarterback. I'm not putting either one of them jokers back there. Oh, unless I tell you just hand the ball off 200 times a game. You better not throw no pass. If it's 3rd and 35, we running a draw.
Wow. So you have no faith in neither one of them.
I have the faith. My faith lies in the Lord.
Yeah, I said if Jared Goff go down, woo.
They better run the Wildcat. They better put 3 running backs in the backfield, no quarterback if Jared Goff go down, and run the Wildcat and run that triple option. Other than that, see you later, alligator. We say, let's see here. Greg say this Kelsey's last year. My brother said you should do it when the Browns release him. I still say the Browns gonna keep him and he gonna start. I've been saying that he's gonna be the starter by the 3rd week of the season. There's no need to get rid of him. That was the whole plan from the beginning. We don't have to pay him. We're gonna drop him down. We don't have to pay him. He got money. He got all that KFC money. He got all that NIL money. He got all that collective money. We can pay him little, and then he can make it up on the back end when he get his after 3 years.
Okay.
They're gonna do him like they did originally did the boy in Kansas City. That's what happened to him. He got that low contract the first time out, and now they paying him.
About Mahomes.
Now Mahomes. That's the same thing. Same thing. So hey, it's a plan. We better call somebody. We had to call Ghostbusters. Something. Like, them backup quarterbacks we got. You might as well get him a broom.
With the Hendon Hooker, that one pass he threw, my man caught it. My man just took it from him. That's all. I'm just saying he caught it. My man just took it from him. Can't get mad at that, man. He caught the ball.
We can bring back the option and run Hendon Hooker on the option. Without us even saying so, we jump right into the NFL. Let's see here. We already talked about this, that crazy Hall of Fame game. Deion Sanders is healthy. This is the second major illness inside of 5 years. I look at the rule of three. First was the foot. Now it's the bladder. What's the third one? Because when you talk about the rule of three, the first is a rock. The second one is a brick. What's gonna be the car crash? That's what worries me about Deion. I know you said that they were talking about him retiring because of that. I don't see him retiring, but I am worried about his long-term health. What's going to happen with him long-term in terms of his ability to be able to be there for the team? What are your thoughts?
Same. Well, same, man. Health is wealth, man. You know what I'm saying? So, take care of yourself, man. I pray, the Lord keep his health right and everything. And I pray he don't ignore it, because sometimes we get to where I ain't trying to hear what that doctor say. A friend of mine always tell me, I call him my brother. He always tell me, you only die once. And my grandfather used to always say, everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die. So there you go. Just take care of your health, man. We all try to eat right. And, I try, because we not spring chickens no more. I'm 50, you see the gray and all that. I try, every once in a while, I dip off, right? But I try to, good thing is I don't drink or smoke. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'll be at the barbershop today because you can see it's a little spaces. You can see the spaces. I got to go get this take care of. I'm over here looking like Woodsy, the old bear in the woods, looking all scraggly. I got to get this. I apologize. I'm gonna get this taken care of. I promise. Next week I'm gonna look better. I promise. I'm gonna look better. Get a little old. And that's right. Crucial Tran was right there next to him. One thing I can say about Deion, he always got him one. He always got him one. You ain't see him. You ain't seen nobody standing there next to him looking like this. I'm sorry, that wasn't nice. But it's true though. It's true. He ain't never had no ugly girl sitting next to him. All right, we also got Trey Hendrickson. He finally signed his contract with the Bengals.
Oh, he did? Okay, that's what's up.
He was complaining about the language in the contract, and he fell his way. Fully guaranteed. They were like, we're not gonna pay nobody in jail. And he was like, so y'all betting on me to go to jail? If that's the case, you should have drafted me. He had threatened to go back to the draft next year and sit out, but they went ahead and took care of the young man. Michael Parsons said, "I want out. The boys ain't my boys no more. I love the teammates. I love the team, but Jerry, you tripping? Get me up out of here. You ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
No, man. Jerry do some wild things, man. I don't know. You see, I told you. I always reference back to that story how he did Terrell, T.O. Told him, yeah, we with you. We love you, but we gotta let you go, man. I don't know. He might let Michael walk out the door. He might.
I doubt it. Even though he's still gonna sell out that dome, 110,000 people are still gonna show up. They still gonna show up. But long-term prospects, he needs to go ahead and make this right. They need to, just like what when he said what's the boy, the running back who was on the beach running in the middle of training camp.
Zeke.
Yeah, he was like, Zeke who? You see, he made it right with Zeke. He made it right with
He had no choice.
He
had no choice. But I'm just saying, don't be surprised. Breaking news. The guy because they were saying, I seen somewhere where it was a proposed trade that they was talking about sending him to us. Well, sending him to y'all, because I don't claim that team. Sending him to y'all for a whole bunch of picks. Like, you get Brad at the right time, Brad might do it.
I don't know. It would cost him too much. And I'm not saying Michael's not worth it, but it would be a great thing to have, another edge rusher opposite side. That would be great for the Lions to get the edge rusher that they've been looking for, so they can't just double team to one side. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Let's see. Breaking news: Henderson still unsigned. Thank you for that, Greg. I do apologize for that. Trey has not signed. And last in NFL news, Mr. Desmond Watson, 450-pound nose tackle, is still not being allowed to practice. He is deemed he's on the physically unable to practice list. And I've seen this happen twice in my life. I had a teammate who came in, who was about that size, and we when you were that size, you really can't put him out there like that for risk of his health. And I had a player that I coached who was same thing. We couldn't really get him out on the field till we got him in better shape. Both those gentlemen I know right now are thriving in their adulthood. One of them is a male model, and you wouldn't know that he was that size. He talked about it. And the other guy, who was my former teammate, he's a chef, and but he's not the size that he was before then. But I haven't asked him. I'm willing to bet if we would have talked to him right now, they would say it was probably the best decision that we did was to get them in better shape, to get them out there on the field. Both guys were great guys. Both guys are great guys. I can call my former teammate. I can literally call him on the phone right now, and he's one of the funniest guys you ever want to meet. He can do an hour stand up, and without even having having a real set, and he would really be funny. I always told him that's his natural thing. He was a good chef, of course, but he was much funny as a comedian. So, but I understand. People say get him out there, get him practicing. Nah, you get him out there, you get him practicing. He fall out and he don't come back. That's the fault of the team. That's not his fault. So I understand them. Hey, this is what you got to eat. This is what you got to do. You got to do these workouts until we get you out on the field. I understand that 100% because I've seen it. I've seen it in real life. All right, we got to go back a little bit. We're gonna go back to our ladies. We are going back to the WNBA, and as always, this segment is tea. It eats down and leaves no crumbs.
Oh, this guy, man.
Clock it.
There he goes, this guy.
And we gotta get the ladies involved too.
Hey man, I ain't saying nothing, man. I'm over here laughing at what you say. It's clocking.
This segment is tea. This is tea. It eats down, leaves no crumbs. Clock it.
I have nothing but love for the both of you. I have nothing to say, man.
I'm just saying.
All right, I have nothing. Ding dong. I have nothing.
All right. First thing we want to talk about, we're going to wrap up the All-Star game. Candace Parker was very, very critical of the way they played that game. They said the game was awful, and they didn't take advantage of the fact that they could have made a bigger statement in the league and with everybody they had, with the crowd that they had, with all the eyes on the WNBA to go out and play an All-Star game the way the men played it. She said it was awful. Where they could have went out and played a much tougher game and made it worth their while. And I have to agree with her on that because I seriously was thinking the same thing. Like, why are they out here messing around like the guys? You want to set yourself apart. You out here wearing shirts saying "Pay us what you owe us," then you go out and lay an egg in the All-Star game. Pay us what you owe us for what we earn for what we do. Now go out and show what you do. Show how tough you play. Go out and play the way you should play in the All-Star game. I have to agree with 100%. So, what's your thoughts on that, sir?
Agreed. You're right, because that's what's going to, like the All-Star game coming up this year is the world versus the USA players. That's going that none of that is ever going. It's not going to go back to how it used to be because you don't have the players like that. Kobe, rest in peace. He's not here no more, and the other players they not playing. Look at last year when the year before that when Cat had 50. Hey man, my man had like 40 something. Man. The All-Star weekend sucks.
Yeah, and I would say both sides. That's not what you want to do. I know it's you got to play soon coming up right afterwards. You got to still maintain. This is a time for a break, but at the same time. You got to look at the big picture. The seeds you sow now are going to ones that's going to grow and bloom in the future. So if you go out and even with the men's game, nobody's going to want to watch that game. Right. You get tired of seeing that craziness after a while. Nobody's going to. Then at that point, you're going to lose your sponsorship. You're going to lose the eyes that you normally capture for the people that want to see that type of thing. Say that for Saturday night. Say that for the dunk contest. Say that for the 3-point contest. Save all that stuff for that. If you want to have a horse contest, do that like they used to do back in the day. Go have that. Shoot from half court. I mean, who can make the most from half court? Do that on Saturday night. Sunday afternoon, when you have all the eyes on you in the world, go out there and do that. Go out and play the game like it should be played. Play it like it's Game 7. I would change it to winner take all. The winner get 50,000. The losers you get nothing. You get nothing. You get nothing. You got to pay back your hotel room. You got to pay back your transportation. That's what I would do. Make it worth your while. Like what they say, put the money on the wood, make the bet good.
Oh God.
That's what I would do. 50 grand to the winners. Everybody on the winning team, 50 grand. To the losing team, you get nothing and you got to walk home. And they can walk home like Paul Pierce.
This guy.
I'm sorry, ladies. We supposed to be talking about the ladies. All right. Let's see here. Last night we had a good slew of games. We had Atlanta Dream over the Mercury, 95-72. The Sun over the Liberty, 78-62. The Valkyries over the Sky, 73-66. The Wings losing to the Fever, 88-78. Did they fire their coach yet? And we had in double overtime. Great game last night. The Sparks over the Storm, 108-106. Today there's only one game. The Minnesota Lynx play the Aces, and on Sunday we got the Liberty and the Sun, the Mystics and the Dream, the Fever and the Storm, the Mercury and the Sky, the Valkyries and the Aces. In standings, the Minnesota Lynx are 23-5, Liberty at 17-10, Dream at 17-11, Phoenix Mercury 16-11, Indiana Fever 16-12, the Storm is 16-12, the Valkyries are 14-13, the Aces are 14-13, the Mystics are 13-14, the Sparks are 12-5, the Wings are 8-21. Chicago Sky 7-20, the Connecticut Sun are 5-21. Yes, I keep saying it. The Mr. Ponytail got to go. Oftentimes when they start spending money, when they building the new facilities and stuff like that, they try and keep the coach around until they bring in the new facility and fire them. Cut your losses while you can. Yes, sir, Greg. That game last night was good. I got to see the highlights and how they were hitting shots at the buzzer, making it go from regular game from the regular game to the overtime to double overtime. Those ladies played hard last night. Now that was a great representative of what they could have done in the All-Star game for the men and the women when you got the eyes on you. When you on Ion TV, Ion Friday night. All right. Don't forget to click like, click share. Let them know that we on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. Let's see here. We on all of them right now. We got people representing Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. On Instagram, Davion, how you doing, sir? Thank you for coming in and leaving a message. That's on the on my page, and we also own the Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix page. We got to get some more eyes on that one, and we appreciate everybody. Click like, click share. Let them know we here. We coming down the home stretch. We got about 10 minutes left of the show, and we got some more fun stuff to talk about. And of course, it's about that time. Looking at my rollie, it's about that time. What time is it? It's about time for us to take a quick pause for the cause and jump into stupid sports news. All right, with the fresh music in the background. You hear that? That's that house music. All right, let me get the stupid sports news up there. All right, and we got a lot of good stupid sports news this week. Jeff Teague had to walk back some statements saying that that LeBron was taking HGH, and he was taking it, and he stopped taking it. That the league said that he needed to take a step back because they weren't tested for it, and that's when he was out originally. That they said he was hurt for that little amount of time, but he was really on suspension. But he walked that back real quick. He was like, "No, well, see what had happened. I was drunk. I was drunk. Allegedly, that's what happened. Allegedly, we got some more alleged talk too coming up. Trust me. Ooh, more money. What you think about that? Was he really on the sauce?
No, man. He just don't want no lawsuit, so that's why he changed up what he said. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, we speaking of lawsuits. I'm gonna jump right to this one. Speaking of lawsuits, Shannon Sharp and Ocho being sued for $20 million by Miss Jimalita Tillman. You know who Jimalita Tillman is?
Never heard of her.
Oh, she famous. She famous. She famous worldwide. You know why? She was at the Usher concert with the cherries on the stem. That was her. That's the name of the lady who had the cherries on. Remember we talked about that?
Oh, okay.
She was, dangling how she was about to kiss Usher, and yeah, that's her name. They said that because of that, she was getting a divorce. She said no, I'm single and ready to mingle. And you just can't say allegedly and talk about people like that. Therefore, I'm suing you for $20 million.
Wow.
$20 million. It's in federal court. It went from state court in Illinois to federal court. They got the answer to this. Of course, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it. I'm gonna put them together. Of course, we know that Shannon Sharp got fired from ESPN because he had another lawsuit that he had to spend some money on. Now he not coming back. That they had to spend that money on that young lady who is now retired from OnlyFans. Whew. Whew. I can tell you that they take us down every time. Who take us down? Us. We take us down. Why? Because we be thinking in the wrong direction. Thinking in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I can't blame that young lady. I got to blame him. I got to blame us. Why? Because we all men are susceptible to that craziness. You gonna do what, baby? You said what you gonna do? You lied. Next you know you in trouble. You're in trouble. Yep, Greg, that's the next one. Thank you. Gilbert Arenas got arrested. That's the next one. I'm not saying that, Greg. I'm not saying that. I'm going to let you say that one. I'm going to let you keep that one. You're right. Gilbert Arenas, that was the next one on the list. Gilbert Arenas is arrested for high-stakes poker game at his house. He rented out his house to the mob. I don't know if he knew they was the mob, but the feds came in when stuff like that happened. They arrest everybody. They don't care who it is. They shake it out later. He got arrested. He got out on $50,000 bond. He said, "I'm telling on everybody. Y'all come to my house and mess me up and mess up my show, and then everybody thinking I'm about to stop doing my show." He said it was a plot behind it. Yesterday, he said I went to Barstool Sports and asked for more money. Next you know, I got arrested. They do it to the man the man do it to you every time. That could be true. Could be not.
Right.
Could be not. But he put himself in that position. Did he know they was the mob, or did he just know that he was getting some money for some folks to come in his house and close the door, turn off the cameras while he hang out somewhere else for the night? Right. You can't really blame him, man. How much you gonna pay me for this party? You're going to be doing what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know what y'all doing up in there. I don't want to know. I can't blame him. I can't blame him. All right, what else we got? Also in WNBA news, I'm almost scared to talk about this. Are you familiar with what's been happening at the WNBA games?
Man, you sent me that, man. Yeah.
They've had some extra players out on the court. It happened again. It happened twice. But somebody has thrown a facsimile of a male appendage out on the court.
I'm gonna let you have that whole thing.
The Valkyries versus Atlanta, Valkyries versus Chicago Sky. You look up and you see somebody's stuff. It ain't real, of course. Some male appendages is just laying there on the ground. Threw it out on the court. And it's crazy. It's crazy, yeah. So that ain't stupid sports news. I don't know what it is. You look up, you see the video, you see it flying in there. Bounce, 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 bounce. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna take this one on myself. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one. I'm gonna let you say that, Greg. I'm gonna let you say it. Yes. It was a casting of somebody's stuff, and it was out on the floor. I'm sorry that I had to make light of this because that's one of the things you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. Why are they doing that? I'm not even gonna go into why or why. I'm just gonna talk about that it did happen, and we just pray that it don't happen no more. And they catch the people who did it because there's cameras everywhere. They're gonna catch them jokers, and I will make an example out of them. I would show the video of them just to the point where they're about to do this in their face. I blow their face up. And I had them on the news, and then I have them showing them right next to it. I showed a picture they're arrested of them being at the police station. That's what I would do. All right, moving on. Let's see what else we got. Super sports news. Let's see. We got LeBron. We got the Independence. We got Shannon Sharp, Gil Arenas. Sha'Carri Richardson got arrested. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I read that yesterday.
Yeah. She got into an argument with her boyfriend, Christian Duncan is his name. What is that his name? Christian Coleman, excuse me. And they were at the airport, and she pushed him and hit him with some headphones. Went to fighting with him. He wouldn't fight her back, of course. So he didn't even press charges. The state of Washington City, they came after her and arrested her and charged her with assault and battery. She was able to get out in time to go run her race. She ran last night. She came in second. She didn't have to go. She already has an automatic bye after winning the World Championship last year. She'll get ready for the World Championships in September. So just a tune-up race for her. And I hope everything works out. We've talked a lot about Sha'Carri and her ups and downs she's had in life. And I am truly serious when I say I hope everything is okay with her. And she's able to come back from this and win a World Championship because these young girls is coming. They coming after. They're coming after. Yeah, we talked about Elle Duncan last week, and she talked about the girls trip. We talked about that last week, Greg. Yeah, that's outrageous. Because, like I said, if a guy was to say that, if I was to say something like that, they'd be outside my house picking it. They'd be outside of my house picking it. And yeah, they would be outside, like the cavity creeps. We make holes in teeth. They'd be out there calling me the creep, the creep for saying something like that. All right, we got one quick question. One quick question for you. You gave me this last week. I do apologize. Forgot to add it to the show. Cam Newton versus everybody. Is he the ultimate hater?
Absolutely.
What you got?
Absolutely. He mad because his career didn't pan out what it was supposed to. That's part of life, man. You and Jalen Hurts, you took a shot at Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl champion. You got up and walked away at the podium. Y'all not the same.
Yeah. Yes, they would be picking outside my house if I said something like that about women going on a girls' trip like that. Oh, yeah. They be trying to get me fired. They be calling my boss. They be calling the corporation, talking about y'all should do. Don't y'all? Do you allow people to talk about women like that at your company? Yeah, they be trying to get me fired. I would agree that I would say that Cam Newton I would say that Cam Newton's competitive nature. He will always say that he's better. He's always said he's better than who's he this guy, that guy, this guy. He always talked about how when he would go to the strip club just to throw more money than the next guy, just to show that he got more money than the next guy. So to me that's his competitive nature. Is a little bit of hateration in there? A little bit. And for him to go after the guy on ESPN, what is his name? Part of the Pivot Podcast, for him to go after him and talk about his accolades and what he did and didn't do. Also a Super Bowl champion. So it's a little bit of haterade in there, just a little bit. But the competitiveness is going to bring a little bit of haterade out. To me, it's good competition. I don't see it as to the point where they're gonna throw blows. He already said that he texted them and they talked about it where they good. But at the same time, you're gonna talk junk. That's just who you are. You talk junk with your teammates. You talk junk with your brothers and sisters. We talk junk back and forth to each other. That's just life. Yeah, but it ain't no hate. It ain't no hate in there. But it's just that's just a part of the fun of being and doing everything that you do. That's part of the fun. All right. And we're going to jump into predictions. Last week, we both said Clarissa Shields was going to win. And I was worried. I was worried because of everything going around. So I want to apologize to Clarissa Shields. I wasn't worried so much that you were going to lose because she was a better fighter than you, because everything that was going on, until I realized boxing's a show. She was giving the show. She was giving all the interviews. She was doing all the press. She was doing everything to get the people in the door. And I remember what's the guy said about Larry Holmes? What's the guy with the hair? The boxing promoter. Don King said about Larry Holmes. He said he didn't have a personality. If you got a personality, you make more money. She has to show her personality. She had to show out, go out there, show and prove that, hey, I am who I am. I'm the GOAT. I'm the best. Come check me out. We at the LCA. She had to go do all that. So that until I realized that's part of the fight game, I understood. She dominated that girl all 10 rounds. All 10 rounds. I don't know why. Two of the courtside referees, judges gave that girl 1 round. Ain't no way. It wasn't a punch that even the girl got a couple of punches off on her. She got a couple punches off, but they were nothing hurt her. Nothing hurt her. And I'm glad to see that she let the fight go 10 rounds so everybody get their money's worth. She could have knocked that girl out in the 3rd round easy. I thought she would have knocked her out by the 7th. Me and my brother texting back and forth. I said about 6 or 7 rounds. But to me, it was clear that she was going to let it go 10 rounds so everybody can get a show, so that the advertisers can make their money, so that she can make her money to show that, hey, I can put this on my back and I can do what I need to do to make this $15 million so we can try and entice Layla Ali out of retirement. Layla, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Layla in her prime would beat Clarissa like she stole something. I'm sorry. I'm going to love Clarissa. That's just the truth. Why? She's a better technical boxer, a little bit better, but the weight class is also.
Right.
There's a reason why heavyweights fight heavyweights, lightweights fight lightweights, welterweights fight welterweights. The punch behind, the power behind a punch of a heavyweight is a lot bigger, a lot more force because of the weight, not necessarily because of the skill. And that's why. We got Manny here, like Manny said, like Cam as a player points, he'd be a hater. She never tried to hit Shields. Kind of boring fight. I watched it. I was sitting here in my office watching that fight, and was it boring? You could probably classify it as boring, but I just knew once I realized that they started talking about how she took on all of the interviews, that was the route she took to make sure she sold everything. She was saying Rick Ross couldn't find a hotel room because she got everything sold out. They found it was hard for them to even find a hotel room. And I text you my thoughts on the fight, and I just thought it was funny to see them, everybody up in the dressing room. They up in their dance, and they got the guy playing the saxophone, all the keys in the background. The sister going live. Everybody, I'm like, oh my god, there's too much going on. But you got to do that to sell the fight. Got to do that to sell the fight. All right. Now we about to get out of here. Don't forget we got Love and Stuff on Tuesday nights. 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. That's the flagship show of the Love and Stuff family. We are part of Love and Stuff family. Dr. V on Tuesdays. Tuesday afternoons about 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern. TTMOE, Thriving Tuesday Moment of Encouragement. That's my pastor, the good Reverend Dr. Valencia Adner. We want to make sure we log in for her on YouTube. Make sure you go in and find her. Valencia Adner from Detroit, living here in Fort Worth, Texas now. My pastor at Carter CME Church. Loving the Scriptures. We still trying to get Brother Williams to come on back. And don't forget Reality Strikes with Ed Brown on Monday night. Look him up on YouTube as well. All right, sir. Thank you for another great show. We will be back next week on August 10th. Same bat time, same bat channel. We're gonna have a guest, Mr. Aramis Brown. We talked about how we're gonna expand our horizons. He's gonna show us how to, because he has a league where he promotes guys who may not have made it to the pros, and they play literally around the world. A couple months ago, I was able to go to a tryout that they had for some guys playing in in South America and down in that area. And a couple guys got selected because of that tryout that I was able to help him out with. So he's doing big things in the sports world, and he's trying to help us grow our footprint as well. So be on the lookout for that. All right, we got anything else before we get out of here, sir?
Yeah, friends are like 4 quarters. They'll change for $1.
Lord.
I say something wrong?
I wouldn't expect that one. I wouldn't expect that one. And on that note, sir, we're going to get out of here. Thank you. See everybody next week. And everybody be safe out there. Stay hydrated, just like Felix was right there, hydrating. Stay hydrated, stay cool. And we see you all next week.